All right, it's the football show, and I don't know what planet I'm on. Jim, as we sit here, KG Law brings all of this to you. I'm a basket case of emotion, but I want to start. Did you just see what happened in the Cowboy game?
Yeah,
if you're going to defend that, I'm going to go this way, and you're solo tonight. How do you pass on a field goal there? Take the lead. You've shut them out in the second half. 4th and goal. Go up 24-21. Eagles haven't scored since the first half. And by the way, yes, we're holding Cowboys plus 3.5.
I was just going to sign the guys that bet the Cowboys plus 3.5. It's a yard. You're playing to score a touchdown there. Unless you're kicking a game-winning field goal as time expires, you're playing for a yard and you're playing for a score.
People in the chat, if you're watching this, and we do appreciate you, and yes, we are brought to you by KG Law. We're going to do the big 5 things. Feel free in the chat to just go Team Mike or Team Jim here. Maybe I was raised on a fucking rock in the galaxy. I have the ability to go up 24-21 and cap a 21-point comeback. They haven't scored since first half. What do you mean you're playing for a touchdown? You take the lead.
You kick a field goal. They only need a field goal to tie.
And now they need a field goal to beat you.
Mm-hmm. It's a yard. You can't. No, don't play the result. It's a yard. It's a high percentage play. Okay. High percentage play. It's a yard. You have a high-powered offense. It's a yard.
It's points. Okay, 5 big things. Because here, hey, Jim, here's your one big thing. Right there. Yes, we'll get to Lions and Giants. Another blessed thing in my afternoon. Oh, by the way, hey, Jim, it's 7:31 and Jonathan Smith still has a job. All right, Colts, Chiefs. Who does it say more about? A classic. I know what I'm going to say, but you are the commandant of Chiefs affairs. You are, in fact, Leonardo DiCaprio in Titanic. You are holding on for dear life. Who does it say more about? Chiefs, Colts.
Says more about the Colts, again, showing why people don't believe in them. Chips are down. They can't beat a 500 Chiefs team. They blow a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter. Mike, fourth quarter and overtime, 13 total yards. Says everything I need to know about them come playoff time.
All right, for fun, I actually thought it was the Colts, but it's nothing I'm going to get. The Chiefs. I'm not going to get into a war over this. I just thought it was a championship response. All right. Hey, they may be staggered. They may be on the downside after the apex of their glory. Jim, you're right. Fourth quarter on, they outgained them basically 250-0. You got Mahomes having to throw it 50 times. They came up with stops, stifled the ground game. I thought it was a big response. Now, if you want to say, look, they're a desperate team. They're at home. It's what they should do. Hey, man, that's a double-digit disco the other way, and they made the comeback against a playoff team. See, my thing is, I've never viewed the Colts as Super Bowl good.
Okay.
So maybe it's contextual at that point.
Well, then I understand that. You're the Colts. You're coming off a bye. You have a chance to drive a stake into the heart of this team and say, hey, we're not some cute regular season team. And you do that, you're a cute regular season team. I look forward to Daniel Jones one and done in the postseason.
It's fair. I mean, 494 to 255 on the day. You get 13 yards, as you put it, in fourth quarter and OT. Look, sometimes that's where if you don't have the real McCoy at quarterback, the Sam Darnold turns into a pumpkin. Danny Dimes turns into a pumpkin. I don't know. Fair enough. All right. Your headline, not me. What do we do with the Bears? I'll go second. I know my answer. I want to hear yours.
I'm a certified hater. So, I come at it from a different perspective. I do not respect them. Now, I need to acknowledge this is not college football. You don't need style points to make the playoffs. They have 8 wins. At the same time, they're a minus 3-point differential. The book still has them as the odd man out in the NFC playoffs, despite the division lead. Mike, their first win against a team above 500 was today. And you know what I'm going to bring up? It's Mason Rudolph at quarterback.
It's the same thing I've said for a few weeks now, and I'm going to stick to it. It's the scene from Braveheart. Hold. We don't need to do nothing yet. They go to Philly next week. They get Green Bay twice in a 3-week span. Show me.
Niners on the road, Lions at the end.
Right. Look, if you got 5 showdown games and you want to make the playoffs, you probably got to go 3-2 in those games. Maybe 2-3 get you home. But show me. I don't need to write them off, but I'm with you. But again, even today, look, Caleb had an idiotic turnover. He's out here with a loaf of bread in the end zone. It's like, dude, what are you doing? Look, you just sit back. They're going to play good teams. And if they look like the Lions against good teams, well, we know how that's going to go. All right, Patriots, my sweetheart, my dream team. Jim, we may be taking on some water here. Left tackle William Campbell, Dunzo, carted off. Your starting left guard and Jared Wilson. That didn't look good. The game today didn't look good in some total. We were leaning Bengals plus 6.5. We didn't pull the trigger because Burrow didn't play. It ended up going off at 8. They cover the number, but what do you make of it? I mean, look, obviously, if Campbell and Wilson are gone for any extended time, how could I be as chesty about it? I can't.
And May is that dude. I think he's shown us that he can deliver the ball down the field. But the problem is, if you're the second most sacked quarterback in football and then you lose the left side of your offensive line, right. Look, you win 9 in a row. You're going to be in the playoffs, may have home field in the playoffs. Do I think they can rattle off, much like the concerns I have about the Lions, can you rattle off 4 playoff games with a shaky offensive line? I think that's a question you have to ask now in New England.
Yeah, and look, certain injuries at this stage of the year, you're not gonna overcome them. You lose it, and again, I'm not turning William Campbell into some kind of stud muffin, but if his backup were better than him, he'd be playing. Exactly. So when you lose your starting left tackle, you have to account for that. I'm very nervous about it, clearly. And does it reopen things? I don't know. I don't trust the Bills to rally up and catch them. Do you?
No, that's what I was just going to ask you is, like, we could do this with every team in the AFC. The Bills, I would say their run defense is a catastrophe.
Yeah.
With the Patriots, the O-line is a real concern. The Chiefs aren't in the playoffs still.
No, for Chargers can't protect a soul. Right. It's kind of chaos. And all the while, your Ravens are bumping along. We'll get to them later. Here, I have to do this because this is just, hi. My name's Mike, and I bet on the Vegas Raiders. Why? No Cleveland Browns quarterback has debuted and won a game since 1999, i.e., when they became the Cleveland Browns again. Shedeur did. I knew I was in trouble right from the start, Jim. You fumbled the opening punt. 7-0. I go, here we go. But the Browns... We can get to Shedeur, but can I just say one thing about this Myles Garrett season that we're witnessing? Mm-hmm. Anyone who listens to our show, me and Rico in the afternoons in Detroit, I said Mason Graham to me was the best player in the draft. I wanted the Giants to draft him. I wasn't mad about Abdul Carter, but I wanted Mason Graham. I think he's a destroyer. I think he's an unbelievable talent. I'm telling you, Mason Graham is the key to what Myles Garrett is doing, because this kid is a distinct problem. You can't block him one-on-one. It is a lot. The pressure that you're getting from the middle is allowing Myles Garrett to do what he does. And I mean, look, for me here, I think Garrett's going to break Strahan's record. Barring injury, I think he's going to break his record. Yeah. Oh, by the way, 10 sacks today.
10 sacks from the Browns. Think about that, though. Today they were playing with a lead. For the most part, they don't play with a lead. So Think about the number of pass snaps that he gets versus what he would get if this team played with a lead every week. The fact that they're on a losing team and he's going to set this record, even more impressive.
Yeah. Shedeur, I mean, they rolled him out. They did a good job there. I didn't think he held on to the ball as long as he normally does, so that's a plus. He had a nice throw to Isaiah Bond, but he had a screen pass for 80 yards. But whatever, it's all statistics. But what do you want to do? What do you want to do? You tell me.
What I want to do is highlight the 53-yard pass he had rolling out. Really good ball. Other than that, they did everything to help a young quarterback, right? You win with your defense. You win with field position. In the red zone, you go wildcat and just score and convert those for touchdowns. They did everything. A screen pass, yards after the catch, everything to help this guy in his debut. It's the perfect recipe when you got a guy making his first NFL start. Only sacked one time. I didn't see that coming. Beyond that, I don't want to anoint the guy. Better than I thought it would go.
Is Aubrey going to help us out? Dallas got the ball back under a minute to go.
God.
You realize you could have the lead right now. Yeah, I digress. Jim wants to, Jim's a man of the people, and I know the midterms are over, but Jim's running on a platform of the middle class, and he wants to ask a question. What does this mean? Wrote middle class in the notes. What
Mike,
it?
Not to get political, but the middle class is disappearing. And I think in the NFL, it is too. I have some middle-class teams I want to throw to you. Okay. And you tell me, should they be playing to get in the playoffs, or should they be more concerned with their draft position? These are teams not in and not in last place. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
The first team, the Cincinnati Bengals, who are debating getting Joe Burrow back. Why?
Because the same reason they alienated their defensive captain and Jermaine Pratt and then cut him. And then they alienated Trey Hendrickson and they've alienated T. Higgins. And they had 4 defenders ask for a trade. And then you get rid of Lou Anaromo. No, nothing they do makes sense. I would play for the pick. Joe, we love you. Get right for next year. There's no purpose to this. Pick.
Carolina Panthers, pick or playoffs?
Playoffs. Culturally important. They've got it turned around. It's week 12. You've got a division leader in Tampa, to me, that's faltering. And I understand Bryce probably isn't the answer, but culturally, organizationally, you have to start winning at a certain point. I'm going to say playoffs.
The Miami Dolphins.
Oh, stop. Pick. Picks, plural. Pick. Please.
You want change, and you should. Get this coach out of there to restart.
Hey, Jim, it's 7:42, and Jonathan Smith still has a job.
Next team, Falcons.
One problem. They don't have a pick. They traded their pick to the Rams.
Yep.
So I'm going to answer this differently. You may as well just spite the Rams and try to win, as they did today, where the corpse of Kirk Cousins just did an air hump all up and down the field against the Saints. You don't have an out. Look, Atlanta has to completely tear this thing down. I'll tell you what I would do, and I don't know that it'll happen. First of all, I'm getting rid of Raheem Morris. Fontenot, the GM, you're gone. And Penix is dead. I mean, that's his 3rd ACL surgery. Cousins is a corpse. I'm liquidating. I'm trading everything in this offseason to get draft capital. I've got to rebuild this thing. This life cycle of this team, it hasn't resulted in anything. And the Bijan thing, great. You want to pay him $20 million to win 5 games a year? Go for it. You want to pay Drake London $32 million a year to win 5 games? Do whatever you like, Atlanta. I'm not doing it. I'm going to build around that young defense with Xavier Watts, the 2 edges I drafted. Jim, I don't know what else they can do. So I would say playoff? Play with food? I don't know. They don't have a pick. The Rams have your pick. The Rams are going to do this now. They're going to do the Green Bay. They're going to take your quarterback. That's what they're going to do. By the way, Jim being frozen on screen, Evan, can you freeze frame that? That's my opinion of when teams don't take the lead late and don't take the points, and they do that. Jim frozen and dying in the middle of our show is my viewpoint. That's me. All right, let's hit a word from our sponsors. Hopefully Jim can join us from Planet Nebular, and then I'll take you through the rundown of games. Yes, we will get to the Lions. Just give us a couple more minutes. I promise, all right? You're all good.
All right, tell you about KG Law. Someone you care about's injured in a car accident, you need KG Law. Lawrence KG and KG Law specialize in car accidents. You're going to get that personal attention to detail from someone who cares about you. Let me tell you about Lawrence KG. He's a Detroiter. He's a down-to-earth dude, and he's someone you want in your corner. He built his business doing things the right way and delivering for his clients. KG Law's won millions of dollars, 98% success rate. Check him out, 877-KG Cares. It's right there on the screen, KAJY, KGCares.com.
All right, so as Jim tries to descend back into the galaxy, let me take you into the rundown, brought to you by Hungry Howie's Pizza. By the way, Dallas has the football in the red zone with like 30 seconds to go. If Aubrey misses a second field goal in the same day, I don't know where I'm at. All right, Packers 23, Vikings 6. There's 2 ways to unpack this. First of all, the game in sum total was grotesque. I can't give a lot of love to the Packers. They move their food around the plate. You're averaging less than 4 yards a carry on the ground. Your quarterback throws for 139, but you win 23-6. That just look. Packers Lions. It's a Spider-Man meme. Both teams have concerns. Show me Thursday. I got to talk about Minnesota for a second. Jim,
hey,
he's back. All right. So what I just did is Packers move their plate around the food. Spider-Man meme. You could settle all family accounts Thursday against the Lions. You figure it out.
Agreed.
The Vikings thing, look, I say this mostly joking, I think. The Vikings are going to go winless as long as they start J.J. McCarthy.
Did you give people the stat?
Oh, I'll give it to you right now. 12 of 19 for 87 yards.
No.
2 picks.
The stat.
Oh, this is from the Jim Costa Back from Space Research Institute. Since 2010. This is unbelievable. Quarterbacks with 2 interceptions, 5+ sacks, less than 100 pass yards on 15 attempts. The list: Bailey Zappi, pew pew, Western Kentucky; Clayton Tune, the statue from Houston; Josh Rosen, who might be the worst first-round draft pick in history; and Cheater McPick6. Jim, I'm going to say this. I know you do overreact, Jims. So let's overreact for a minute. They have to move on from JJ at all costs this offseason. I don't care if it's 3 first-round picks and you trade for someone. I don't care if you make a desperate move up in the draft. I don't care if you sign Mac fucking Jones for $1 billion. This kid can't play. And all jokes about, well, he doesn't know the other team's plays. Look, it just looks like a Titanic swing and miss. He's not bad. He's an affront to bad. He's an adjective I currently don't have. He can't play.
I'm right there with you, barring some kind of wild flipping of the switch. This team won 14 games a year ago. Every quarterback in this system produces except him. So what are you left to assume? He's just not the guy. The company you just read, those aren't franchise quarterbacks. Those aren't backup quarterbacks.
Ew.
If you have any aspirations of competing, he's not the guy.
No, and that's, Jim, that's the other thing is like, guys, if you think we're being hard on the kid, take it easy. He didn't get dropped into Tennessee. He's not quarterbacking the Giants. You're in Minnesota. You got a quarterback guru. You had all last year to study film and be at practice and get acclimated.
Okay, but that's the alternative. You want to say we are in for a full rebuild and we're going to build around JJ. I think that would be unfounded. But then, yeah, you got to gut a bunch of vets and you're in for a rebuild. I don't think they want to do that.
No, you got to do what you got to do. They got to move on at all costs. You can't win with this kid. Not like this. And for the Packers, 288 total yards. I look, there's no Tucker Kraft. There's no Josh Jacobs. There's no Jaden Reed. And right now, it doesn't work. And despite Jim, who's back from space, it's not all about Jordan Love. That offense is busted top down. Ravens, 23. Jets, 10. Cookies, listen, they win. Right? All you said was they're going to win the North. You didn't say it'd be pretty. This sure as hell wasn't pretty. I thought Lamar was largely meh. The running game, Derrick Henry might be done. I hate to break this to everybody, but all the discussion about this dude doesn't age. This guy turned into a pumpkin overnight, 21 for 64. As far as the Jets go, all I'll tell you is this. Here in Detroit, we appreciated what Dan Campbell did, and when it started to take hold, they had a lead in this game. They played competitively. They've traded their best players. This team hasn't quit. I think that's a great sign for AG. And look, I'm not telling you they're going to have a ton of wins down the stretch. Would you win your first year? 3 games?
Yeah.
I think it's starting to take hold. And if they just give them some time, they're going to have a ton of young talent there next year. But as far as the Ravens, I don't have anything else I can add. They won, you move on.
Yeah, like I'd even be selling off a little bit of Raven stock. I think they get in, but I'm not sure they're doing much of anything. They didn't even run for 100 yards today. I'm just Mike, you got to know the market. Look, they're going to win the division. Beyond that, I'm not forecasting anything.
You got a regular Jim Kramer over here.
Okay. Sell.
Sell. All right, Mad Money, whatever you say. Seahawks 30, Titans 24. The game wasn't that close. It was 30-3. Seattle decided to sit down and eat Uncrustables on the sideline. The story really just becomes JSN. I mean, Smith and Jigba, this is the kid that we thought he was going to be. They wasted him as a little screen toy last year. 8 for 167. He's got north of 1,300 yards. He's the fastest to do that in a season in Seahawks history. And don't laugh. They got a who's who of receivers. Young DK, Steve Largent multiple times did it. Hey, blast from the past that you'll probably have to Google because luckily you're young and you're not fading away like me. Corin Robinson before he bombed out of the league. Dude, JSN is him. They can't cover him. There's just I don't know how he's open, but it's like TJ Lang, our buddy, and he's on your show in the morning on Mondays. He's on mine in the afternoon with Rico on Fridays. TJ always used to send me these texts about Cooper Kupp in his prime. And it would be like, how the fuck is this guy open? And I'm like, TJ, what do you want from me? I asked Sean McVay. I don't know. But it's the same thing. But I still feel like no matter what this team does, it's just going to end the same way. Like wild card or divisional round and Darnold turns into a pumpkin.
Yeah, look, I don't want to focus on the doom that's going to happen in Seattle. I want to ask you the question. Can we say JSN is the offensive player of the year? In a year where that's been a Jonathan Taylor thing, JSN is more dominant statistically at receiver than Taylor is at tailback. JSN's the offensive player of the year.
Yes. All right, 4 p.m. Can we say, let me check my notes. Yep. Dallas 24, Philly 21. We didn't need the 3.5. Never a doubt.
So what does this mean for Philly now? We're doing this on the fly. Mike.
Yeah, no. Let's unpack it. Let me explain the game first to people. This thing got away from Dallas early. Not just 21-0 at the half. Like right from the jump, ref show early. They missed a block punt, called a personal foul, multiple third down bailouts, basically gave Philly a drive. Dallas, a terrible fumble in the red zone. They miss a field goal, which Aubrey never does, and it's 21-0. Jim, they battled back, buckled down, shut out the Eagles in the second half. Now, did they get a gift late, which they decided to shit in the box? There was a fumbled punt by Philly. They didn't take the points. But look, this Dallas thing, I said this on the air this week, and I know Rico's going to make fun of me this week, and maybe you will. Mm-hmm. I'm kind of digging that. Like, this was my favorite pick of the week. Yeah. I'm kind of digging Dallas at 5-5-1 here. And
before I got beamed to outer space, they were the last team I was going to ask you in the middle class. Are they picks or playoffs?
Okay. Playoffs. Man, Jerry don't know if he's waking up tomorrow. He ain't got time for fucking picks. Guy's 9,000 years old.
And how about for Philly? Run game doesn't get going. Turnovers bite them. They played with fire enough times this season. Look, they're still in a good spot to get the 1 seed because the head-to-head with the Rams.
Yeah.
But, boy, we said it going into the Lions game. This team's vulnerable. They are not the team they were a year ago. It doesn't surprise me that they lost today.
No, I think it's going to be fascinating. It's why I'm not writing the Lions off from ultimate glory. I'm also not writing them off from bombing right out of this thing. We'll get to them in a minute. But it's whoever can get their shit together in the next 6-7 weeks. And I look, I'll just tell you this, and it's not just because of what they did against the G-men today. Comprehensively, Lions, that Dallas game looks different than it looked a month ago. Can we at least agree on that?
Yes. Stat from this game. Saquon Barkley, 10 carries, 22 yards. As a team, they ran for 63 yards, 3.5 yards a carry.
Juergens is banged up. You don't have Lane Johnson. What do we talk about with the Pats? Dude, these are men. They're not machines. This ain't fucking Madden. You ain't going to some free agency list and grabbing a 79 OVR, okay, Cookies? I know how you roll.
But this is the truth. They got to Dak once, and they don't run the ball the way they did last year. So, look, the pass rush can hit in waves, and we saw it on Sunday night last week. But they aren't as ferocious as they were a year ago.
No. And Dallas, listen, I know all we associated with is Dak, Pickens, CD. Javonte Williams has unlocked something completely different. And quietly, Dallas has rebuilt that offensive line from all the guys, that Tyron Smith, Zach Martin era. There's a cast of new names, and they're good, and they've drafted them.
So Dallas, 5-5-1 now, 10th in the NFC. They're 2 games out of a playoff spot. Yeah, just frisky enough for you.
But they get the Lions. And if they win that game, it changes. Look, I'm saying they've earned their way back. That's all. Saints, Atlanta. This is what I mean. We go from the highs of having Dallas, right, and feeling like smarty pantses, and Chicago and the under in the Cleveland game. And then you feel like you're sitting in a circle of 12 people. Hi, my name's Mike. I bet on Tyler Shuck. Raheem Morris hates me. Like, the only thing Raheem Morris is not guilty of is, like, I don't know, sleeping with someone in my family. Like, what on earth?
You know of.
Right. Like, we bet on Raheem. He kills us. We bet against him. He kills us. He's the capri pants killer. Saints are terrible. He missed multiple field goals, gets stoned on the goal line. They snap the ball over Taysom Hill's fucking head. And then Kirk Cousins, who may as well have been mummified, actually played okay. Total disaster. I hate both these teams. You got anything else you want on this game?
Move on.
Next. Jags Cardinals. You had the Cards. But
plus
you got 3, right?
Yeah, plus 3.
All right.
Push.
Hey, push better than take. Okay?
Yeah, okay. Lawrence throws 3 picks, and somehow they still win this football game.
And he got strip sacked.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't a strip sack. It may have been a strip fumble, a pick. It was right on the goal line. He's got the spatial awareness of a brick. And the Jags did everything we thought they were going to do. They're just not professional, but then they won.
Like, they have 7 wins.
I know. And Parker Washington's become a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd they find this guy?
Yeah.
But I don't know. Okay. They're like welfare Colts. Yeah. In that the Colts have a higher up. They're both playoff teams, but, like, how on earth could you take the Jags to win a playoff game?
You couldn't. And I don't even know if they'll make it. I mean, they are in right now. I don't know if they're going to make it.
I feel like they will. Maybe? Question mark?
Yeah, especially if teams like the Steelers and Chargers fade, it opens up
Yeah.
some room.
All right. We'll get a word from the
Wait,
sponsors.
before we do, can I make a quick point? Jags took the ball in overtime. It worked for them. Colts took the ball in overtime. It didn't work for them. Do you understand?
Giants didn't, and
It
also
didn't work for
touch Jahmyr Gibbs. Yeah.
My philosophy on it is you should always want the ball second, because then you know what you're working with. Do I need to play on all 4 downs? Do I need a touchdown? And if I score a touchdown, I can go for 2, and this whole third possession that you played for never existed in the first place. I think the right move is to get the ball second. Your thoughts?
I don't like the new NFL rule where it's a participation award and everyone. To me, you give up a touchdown.
I like it.
You give up a touchdown to start overtime. Go to fuck home.
No, both off it. The coin flip shouldn't be that important.
Playoffs, I like this rule. Regular season, hey, if you're the Giants, you give up a TD in overtime. See ya. Go to the bus.
Okay.
I know. I'm a boomer. I know.
I didn't say that.
Mike likes the sudden death. All right, Evan, tell him about
the early bird special.
Please.
Listen, Hungry Howie's got you covered for football. 51% off any large, round, original, or thin crust pizza with any of your favorite toppings. So whether you're a minimalist, just like a cheese pizza, or you want to load this thing up, whatever it is, 51% off. All you need to do, go to hungryhowies.com, order up a large round for carryout, and you're good. No strings attached, no BS, no copious legal. 51% off. Go to hungryhowies.com before it's too late. It's Hungry Howie's.
All right, Lions discussion points brought to you by Moran, all their dealerships. You said you have a big question. Go ahead. What is it?
Yeah, Mike. Why am I pacing around my living room as the Lions play a 2-9 Giants football team? Can you explain why I had to sweat that out today?
Yeah, I can. You'll be able to deal with it. This fan base won't, because you're not that good. Because you have flaws, major ones. First of all, the interior of your offensive line stinks. Your defense, your 4-man pass rush stinks. And then you factor in your rush D today was leaky. You gave up 500 yards to Jameis Winston and a collection of guys who won't be in the league next year. Jim, I think if you have look, when the Lions were just turning it around, the a win is a win thing, fine. If you're the Ravens and you started 1-5 and you were truly at risk of having a disaster year, a win is a win and let's survive in advance. Also fine. But if you purport to be a Super Bowl team, there is a standard. And I'm sorry, today's a win that felt like a loss. And it did not make me feel good. We can go down the laundry list of items, but you are you're a passionate and intelligent Lions fan. Take it away and I'll try to fill in the gaps for you.
No, I'm not mad at what you said. I just would draw a distinction. When they blow out the Commanders, we say, not a big deal. You'll prove it against the Eagles. So when they underachieve against the Giants, I still want to say, you're going to have to show me against the Packers.
Agreed. Totally. Yes.
Okay. Now, I don't say that to run from any of the problems that we watched today, because there are many. And if they play that way, they won't win this division. They certainly won't win a Super Bowl. And I'm not lowering the bar. That's the expectation for this organization. If you can't win with the interior, huge issue. Goff, out of sync, even when he had time, out of sync today. St. Brown, a couple drops. But maybe the biggest headline is Jameis didn't get sacked until the final play of the game.
Well, that was actually the only way I knew Hutch played. I mean, you can laugh, but the reality is, but he gets doubled. I'm sorry, does Myles Garrett not?
I think
dude, you get paid 50 a year, 45 a year, whatever the hell he's making. God bless. But the standard's the standard. I need to see you. You need to make plays.
And he had the closeout sack. But I think the bigger issue here is, what's Aleem McNeil doing playing major snaps at the edge? I get it, early downs, you're heavier, you want to stop the run. I'd push back that I thought the run defense was okay today. But my issue is, Aleem at the edge, you're watering down your pass rush.
Yeah.
Why don't you have someone you feel comfortable opposite Aiden, and then Aleem can win in the middle?
Because you're good.
Right.
No, I mean, that's the fatal flaw. I mean, seriously, when you look at this team, hey, can you name who started opposite Aiden last week in Philly?
Lacey, right?
Yeah. Who?
Yeah.
Now we're moonlighting a $30 million a year defensive tackle who, by the way, has been nothing since the Tampa Bay game. Aleem has been very underwhelming.
And Mike, he's so important if they're going to go where they want to go. And I think it's him and the 3-tech disrupting in the middle. And if I have to water it down and move him outside, I'm not going to get what I need from my front four. That's a huge issue, right? Both lines of scrimmage are huge issues. And if this team's going to win 4 playoff games in a row, you can't lose and then do the we'll bounce back thing. This team's not built to win 4 playoff games in a row as they currently sit today. And that's why, even though they won, today didn't feel good.
No, and look, they've got time to get their shit together. But if I'm with you, is that the goal's a Super Bowl. There's nothing else that's going to make anybody feel good. Like, I would just say getting to a Super Bowl, and once you're there, then, hey, man, lots of things can happen, good and bad, but, like, get to a Super Bowl. Can they win 3 games in a row to get there as they have played through 12 weeks? My answer would be no. There's more there, but it doesn't – the operation offensively doesn't add up to me. Something is wrong here.
I got a label I'm going to use tomorrow morning, and I don't know how it will go over, if it'll go over well or not. Discouraging win.
Yeah, but see, that's where guys like you and me view it that way, and other people are busy playing crank anchors because their team won. So,
but again, like I think Jahmyr Gibbs covered up and bailed out a bad offensive day. I mean, Mike, it wasn't just the 69-yard run in overtime. It was a damn near 50-yard touchdown run he had in the second half of that game. He's a dog. He covered up for a lot of offensive issues. God bless, glad they won. But let's not ignore all the other problems. It's discouraging because that type of football won't get it done against Green Bay, LA, hell, even Chicago at the end of the regular season or anybody they face in the postseason.
No, and again, needed a 60-yard, 59-yard field goal just to get to OT. You take a win any way you can get it. Doesn't mean you have to celebrate it or, put up a bronze statue. They better bring it Thursday because hey, maybe Campbell's got them right where they want them. He can tell them how shitty they are all week and will beat Green Bay by 50. I don't know.
See, and that's why I think it's important. We say, hey, if you don't get too high after beating the Commanders because you got a game looming, don't get too low after you lose to the Giants. As long as you can fix this stuff on a short week and flip the script, because the Eagles game was more important than the Commanders game, and the Packer game is going to be way more important than what happened today.
The biggest thing, and then I know we got to move, the biggest thing to me that will preclude them from winning a Super Bowl is they have no base 4 rush. None.
Assuming Aleem McNeil can't get moved to the interior and produce, I agree with you. That's one thing I got to see down the stretch. One last thing before we move on.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on the Giants' decision in the fourth quarter, up 3 to go for it on 4th down?
I loved it. We're 2-9.
Really, you?
Yeah. No, I'm not obtuse. We're 2-9. Shane Bowen is such a piece of shit as a defensive coordinator. I hate Shane Bowen. I hate you. I don't dislike you. I hate you. I wish you a lifetime of uncontrollable diarrhea in the worst situations. I hope you're at someone's wedding you love and you shit yourself everywhere. But because I knew we weren't going to be able to keep them out because we play this pacifist bullshit prevent defense. He does it every game. Why do you think we've blown now? Oh, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fourth quarter leads being up by 10. Son of a bitch. So, yes, I wanted to go for it because if we get it, game over. And if we don't, fuck it.
Yeah.
What I hated was the sequence. The second down play call didn't bother me as much as third down.
Yes.
Third down, I love how we lined up like we have Phil Simms at quarterback with Joe Morris in the backfield. Oh, we're going to go power. You couldn't crush a grape in a food fight, assholes. It just, that killed me. That one killed me.
Yeah, the third down play, if you're going to go for it, I need a better third down play.
Thank you.
I'm not mad at 4th down. It's a kill shot. You're 2-9. It's a kill shot. You score, you're up 10. Hey, Jared, have fun. Hey, Jahmyr, run your little heart out.
You know what killed me too about this? I'd rather lose 56-0. Just move on. I hate you. Here's a word from our sponsors. Moran Chevrolet. It is November. It is football season, tailgates, hunting trips, and more. The Red Tag sales event is happening now at Moran Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 selling Chevy dealer. Level up your tailgate and your weekend adventures in a 26 Silverado 4-wheel drive crew cab. Perfect for hauling gear or maybe your game day stuff, or hell, maybe you're just driving to the middle of the woods. I don't know. $189 a month, 0 down, GM employees and immediate family members. You need something more compact. They got the 26 Equinox LT, $279 a month, $999 down for GM employees and immediate family members. They make it simple. They make it stress-free. Go to MoranExpress.com or stop by on Gratiot, just north of 15 Mile in Clinton Township. Moran Chevrolet, where you always get the best price, period. Chevrolet, together, let's drive. Yeah, fun fact, Tahoes can also fit Dexter Lawrence's big ass as you drive him out of town. How's he not in the game? C4 Energy question of the week.
Right before the 69-yard run.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Yeah.
C4 Energy question of the week. Ultimate, brought to you in 3 flavors: frostbitten citrus, the tundra frost, and then my Friday go-to, the cherry bomb frost. Mitch writes in, Lions really struggled against the G-men. What continues to be their biggest weakness? I'll make my answer short so Jim can pontificate. No base 4 pass rush. And I don't want to hear any more about Pro Football Focus, this Chris Collinsworth grift. Oh, but the PFF said. Watch the game. Jameis had all day. End. I don't give a shit what some nerd ball in Dublin graded their pressures today. I watched. They have no base 4 rush. Jim, go.
Well, it's a two-parter, right? Going into the year, it was the offensive line interior because that was the key to keeping the offense on the tracks and being elite. I no longer think that's possible. I'd love to be proven wrong. I'd love to see the middle of this line gel and Ratlich is a first-year player, takes the leap, and Glasgow can hold his own. I don't expect that. So as I shift to what I need to see for them to win, I need the defense to lead the day. The defense needs to win up front. I agree with you. They're not getting enough from the base 4.
Okay. Let's get a little word from the sponsors. We got to talk about a good Sunday night game. I'm actually looking forward to this one.
If you have a question for us, get to a participating 7-Eleven and look for the QR code at the C4 Energy display or on the cooler. Scan the QR code and ask the question. For a list of participating 7-Eleven, find the list and contest details at 971theticket.com. C4 Energy is the energy drink you need. 200 milligrams of good caffeine in the performance or 300 in the ultimate energy. And C4, it's not your traditional energy drink. It's next level, sugar-free, made for athletes. They don't fill it with junk. And C4 just rolled out their Jim Costa approved Jolly Rancher flavors. And they study everything. And a bunch of things I can't pronounce are in it, but it's all good. C4 Performance Energy or the Ultimate Energy at 7-Eleven. And remember, if you got a question, get to a 7-Eleven, find the QR code at the C4 Energy display today.
All right. Crocodile Cloth brings us our Sunday night game. Rams laying 7.5, depending where you look. They welcome in the Bucs. Godwin is a go tonight. What do you want to do? Like, for me, it was really tough because they put the number out there, Jim, and I just felt like they were like, here, go play with your toys, people. You figure it out. I just thought if you were going to do this, would you dare a primetime over? Would you dare the football gods and go over 48.5?
Is Bucky back?
No. The
I thought he
mystery
was coming to play. Is this like a weekly tease they do with us? We're like,
you're talking to the guy who's got him on his fantasy team. Don't talk to me about teases. Don't talk to me. How dare you?
Because, like, am I wrong? Like, he rounds out their offense.
Yeah, Adam Schefter took 1,400 words on game day to tell you he'll be back next week.
It said Adam the week before and said a different reporter the week before that. And it's
once again, you have a habit of making people relive their hell in painstaking detail. I'm aware.
Okay, well, look, the only way I'd bet this is taking Tampa. I mean, I think the Rams are really good, but am I flippantly throwing 7 out there? No, I'm not. And I do think Baker has shown a feistiness.
That's the worry would be Rams are up 13 late and Baker does what Baker does and they score late. But I thought the over would be the move. Look, I just don't see the Bucs flying to the left coast and winning. I don't. And Bucs are in trouble.
Well, I was just going to say, I mean, they need this game. Carolina's right on their heels, and they'll play twice down the stretch. They're coming off of back-to-back losses. Meanwhile, you've got a Rams team that's coming off a huge emotional in-division win against Seattle.
Yeah. Well, and look, the other thing from a football standpoint, the Bucs defense is not living up to their end of the bargain. And what I wonder is, okay, look, Bowles is just like a different version of Wink Martindale. He is who he is. He doesn't have a changeup. He just throws the fastball. Stafford, the way he's playing, 20 touchdowns and 1 pick, like his last, 7 games. What, you think you're just going to blitz him? You think you're going to bully him? You think you're going to dummy him? Stafford, the only thing bigger than Stafford's toughness is his intelligence. Like, I just lean Rams going to win. I don't want to lay the 7. I thought the over was interesting.
Yeah, I just wonder if it's buy low on the Bucs and sell high on the Rams.
Might be. Hey, look, I don't have the guts to take a side. So you know what? You think I'm going to argue with you? No shot.
We're talking through it with people. I mean, you don't have to bet the game. I think it's a good game to watch. These two teams are in the playoffs right now.
That's it. No, I'm with you. And after the stress of dealing with Raiders and Saints and still having a winning day, you know what? I'm on ice. I'm emotionally exhausted.
I don't want to hear about your stress. I'm pacing in the fourth quarter against a 2-9 football team. I got a fingers crossed if I can get to field goal range against a 2-9 team that I'm 2 touchdown favored against with a third string quarterback on the opposite side. I had a stressful day today.
In honor of my co-host and friend of 15 years, Rico Lamar Beard, I want to offer you a response. Ready? Wah.
I'd rather be shedding tears in a win and figure it out on Thursday.
Wipe them up with Crocodile Cloth, okay?
As always, the preview is brought to you by Crocodile Cloth. It's your do-it-all solution for life's toughest messes. They've introduced Crocodile Cloth Grill, and that's what we wanted to talk about on the show. It's what you need if you love grilling. If you're going 365, you're going to want to pick this up. If not, stock up for when the weather gets nicer. These Crocodile Cloth grill cloths are the perfect addition to your game day tailgates, backyard grilling projects, all of it. Crocodile Cloth's grill cloths are made for grillers and the outdoor entertainers. They're tough cloths. They're big, 10-inch by 15-inch. They stay wet a long time, and they're going to power through sticky baked-on grease and food. Crocodile Cloth Grill can clean your cooler, your outdoor furniture, and everything that gets messy at the tailgate. So go to crocodilecloth.com/football show for a tailgate bundle and a free gift. As they say at Crocodile Cloth, go ahead, get messy.
All right, buddy. Any thoughts before we depart? Watch a good Sunday night game?
Oh, settle in. Looking forward to it. We'll do this again next week, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us.
You got it. That's the football show. See you later, guys.